So what is smoke testing? Think of it in this way. So this is more like a pre-check before you start actual testing. So you have a build, you wanted to test, let's say 100 functionalities of that application and integration of 20 microservices, and you wanted to check it in mobile app, browser, and all those compatibility checks. Before do all of these things, you wanted to have a basic functionality works. You should be able to imagine Amazon again. You should be able to log in, you should be able to search, and you should be able to add it to the cart. So this is the basic functionality. If imagine login doesn't work, the ID what we created earlier is not able to log in, an existing user cannot log in, a new user cannot be created. If these basic functionalities are not working, then it's kind of going to block you from all other tests, whatever you wanted to do. A new functionality may be a rating system, maybe a increased pricing, or some kind of offers you wanted to test. Whatever the test you wanted to do, all of them depending on your basic functionalities. Am I able to log in? Am I able to add something to the cart if these values are okay? So the smoke, what it actually means is something broken. Maybe you are successfully able to log in, but the page doesn't show you enough information for you to search what you wanted to add to cart. So if the search functionality is not working, then it's a problem. So you cannot test. So this is more, smoke testing is pretty much to figure out, can I test this build or not? Will it be blocked in the middle of my execution? So those initial pre-check is what, I mean, if someone gives you a laptop and before you start coding, you wanted to know, can I log in to this laptop? Can I install the IDE I wanted to install? Then you might want to write code, and then you wanted to run. It doesn't have a browser. It doesn't have access to internet. Can I connect to Wi-Fi? So these kind of basic checks you wanted to do when you get a laptop. Imagine you are giving your laptop back to some Apple store for fixing, and then they are fixing it and they give it back. Okay, everything is fixed. You try to open it, the power is not on. Immediately you wanted to charge it in the Apple store and make sure you're able to log in and see the softwares you already installed is already there. So those kind of basic checks, that is what called smoke testing. Sanity testing is similar to this but different. We can talk it in the next call. But smoke testing is pretty much deciding if this build or application or if this version is testable. So this is where comes into, let's say it's an initial round of regression. First round of regression is to make sure some of these basic functionalities are still working. It might have bugs, you might have added new features. That comes into the next step. But before that, you wanted to make sure existing functionalities, something basic, at least 90% of your regression tests are depending on a successful login. So that should be working without any impact. That is what we call it as smoke testing.